Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today. We are here at the Digital Assets AI and Investment Conference, and I'm joined by Ben Simpson, the founder and CEO of Collective Shift, a pioneering crypto education and research platform. Ben, thank you for joining me.
Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely. Now, Ben, let's dive right in. So, can you tell us about your journey in the crypto space and what led you to found Collective Shift?
Yeah, so I've been doing crypto now for 8 years, which is a long time in crypto. It feels about 30 years. And I really, when I first got started, there was a real lack of quality independent information. So really, when you invest into crypto, you probably Google it or go on YouTube, and there's just so much really poor advice from people that are good at creating content, but not necessarily giving good information. So we founded Collective Shift 4 years ago, and we're now an independent research provider. So we help individuals invest into crypto, and then we also sell that research to exchanges like CoinSpot and SwiftX, some of the leading exchanges in Australia. And ultimately, my vision is trying to build the morning star of crypto.
Amazing. That's wonderful, Ben. Thank you for sharing that. And I have to say, you have made quite an impact in the industry. We have heard all about Collective Shift.
Thank you.
Now, speaking of which, how is Collective Shift actually revolutionizing crypto investing strategy in Australia and globally?
Yeah, so I don't think investing strategy is ever really spoken about with crypto. It's more like what's the next, cat or dog I can invest in, right? The meme coins.
Absolutely.
So we actually we tailor and look at solutions where we're giving really good frameworks and data to position portfolio structures and narratives and investments. So it's not just what your friend at work told you to buy, but there's actually some data and there's an investing thesis behind what you're investing in. That way, if you're investing hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars, you really want to have frameworks behind your strategy and how you're going to look at your portfolio. So we really just provide more data when coming to investing.
Amazing. That's wonderful. And I have to say, that's a very key point. Everybody would want to look at the data, and you don't want to just go on the advice of your colleague. Now, you have educated tens of thousands of people about crypto. So, in your experience, what do you think are the most common misconceptions about cryptocurrency investing?
That's a good question. It really depends. I think a lot of people don't realize, for one, that it trades 24/7. If you're investing in the stock market, the market opens and closes. Crypto never stops. It's also extremely volatile. So Bitcoin's been down 50% plus a number of times. Sometimes Bitcoin's gone down 80%, but it continues to compound at 60% year over year. So a lot of people can't deal with the volatility. Volatility is very normal in crypto. So it's important when you're investing in crypto not to be scared by that. And the other thing is just a lot of misconceptions. It's quite complex to understand. So you get a lot of people online not believe in it. Warren Buffett famously called Bitcoin rat poison squared, right?
Oh, wow.
So he's a very sophisticated investor. We all, love Warren Buffett, but, in my opinion, he's extremely wrong about Bitcoin. And that really comes down to, it's a new asset class. You can't touch it. You can't feel it. You can't smell it. It doesn't produce cash. It's not a cash generating asset, which is very different to how a lot of people invest. So it's a new way of thinking. You've really got to understand the underlying technology, which is the blockchain, to really understand.
Absolutely. Very key point you've raised over there. Now, I understand that you're passionate about democratizing financial and crypto education in Australia. So can you share some insights on how you're actually working towards this?
Yes, I left school when I was 17. I quit. It wasn't really for me. And coming out of school, I realized there was very little information delivered about finance in general, right? Personal finance, investing. I grew up from a relatively low socioeconomic area back in Tasmania. Shared a bunk bed with my brother till I was 18. My parents still rent. We didn't have a lot of money growing up. So learning about money and learning about investing was something that I had to learn on my own. And I realized that not a lot of other people understand that. So cryptocurrency and Bitcoin specifically is a way for me to help other people understand about how money works and how finance works, how investing works. And I believe Bitcoin is one of the best mechanisms to grow your wealth. So that's how I help people teach and learn about Bitcoin.
Amazing. And I have to say that it's wonderful, Ben, that that you're sharing your education with everyone in this space as well. Because like you said, not everyone has all the knowledge about what is happening. So it's very important to understand it fully before we make our conclusion. Now, as we are here today at the event, I'm curious about your perspective on a broader topic. So you're also a keynote speaker at our event today. So what are your thoughts on the intersection of AI and blockchain technologies?
They're two massive sectors. The fact that you can run the same conference with two underneath each other is, hats off to you. It's interesting, right? They're two very revolutionary technologies, and there is some interlap of, blockchain and AI, and there's some projects trying to build there. I will say that's some extremely difficult sort of things that they're trying to build. But I think just AI, just generally, especially in our business, we're using it. I think it's more about if you're not using AI, how it's going to slow down your growth in terms of business and crypto. But look, I think it's still very early days to see how AI is truly going to integrate and whether or not projects can actually integrate the two technologies, because people are still trying to figure out use cases for blockchain, right? Then you've got AI and you merge the two together. I think there's a lot of good ideas, but is there actual problems there to solve? It's sort of yet to be seen. So I don't know, this conference we might find somebody that can figure it out.
I guess that I'll just have to interview you after a couple of months to see where we have reached on this.
We'll see at the end of the year.
Now, Ben, as we wrap up this interview, I'd love to get your thoughts on your experience being here today at the event.
Yeah, I mean, I just come off stage. It was actually, a lot more people than probably what I expected. It was really cool to see. And I think maybe that's bringing in some more of the AI and future tech, perhaps. I know crypto's chopping a bit sideways at the moment. I'm not sure how many crypto investors are in the room, but we'll see. But no, it was great. It was really good to get up there. And I had a 10-minute talk on crypto strategy, and there was a round of applause at the end, and phone scanning the QR code. So I must have done an okay job.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Ben. It truly has been such a delightful conversation. And to our audience members, thank you so much for joining me in this interview. I look forward to seeing you all in my next interview. Thanks, Ben.
Thank you.